We watch shows online and we rate them. Talk about how much we love them or hate them. Yes, we're like everyone else on the internet, no need to get shirty. But hey, if you enjoy people ranting for hours, welcome friend to Bingeworthy.
Brother? Do you know the way to the Musketeers garrison? I have some business to settle on my father's behalf. Fight me or die on your knees!
My father raised me on tales of the great heroism of the Musketeers. You would scarcely believe the stories I can tell.
He knows the Musketeer motto. Every man for himself.
Welcome back after the commercial. So now we're gonna go into our scores for this individual episode. So in later reviews for the show, we're not gonna do the overall show categories. So we have categories that we're gonna do for every single episode, and these include writing, acting, characters. And characters basically means were these characters fun to watch? Basically, did they get any character development? Did anything interesting happen with them? Was there anything happening character-wise that we enjoyed or not? We have a category named bromance, because we feel like that's quite important for something like the Three Musketeers, or Four Musketeers in this case, or just the Musketeers, because basically that's what it is. It's a buddy, not comedy, but buddy dramedy something. It's a buddy thing.
Actiony dramedy thing?
Yeah.
The characters are all based on historical people, and the reason that Dumas wrote about them was because he was fascinated by the fact in this biography / slightly fictional biography written about D'Artagnan, he talked about these three brothers that he met, these three friends, and the friendship was what attracted Dumas to writing the story. So it's a book that is inherently built on friendship.
And our final fifth category is our what the fuck category, which we'll probably have for every show we do, which measures how many ridiculous things happened during that episode.
And how many times we just went, what the fuck?
High what the fuck score means basically that was a pretty insane episode. So writing, without giving anything away, what do you think about the writing?
Well, it's not bad. It's a little bit fragmented in that I kind of understood what was going on, but I didn't feel that the plot line was strong enough to keep me going. The dialogue is occasionally a little bit heavy-handed, I think, especially with Athos so far. There's been some nice bantery bits between Porthos and Aramis and Athos. Nothing super good, but nothing bad. I'd say it's probably a 3.5?
3.5? That's actually quite high. I was gonna give it about 2.5.
Well, I'll say it a 3. I don't
Okay.
think it's a badly written show.
It's not badly written, but the changes that the changes that they've made from the book don't really pay off. I can understand the reason. I can understand where they were going.
That's
with
actually
it.
true, yeah.
But I feel like the gamble hasn't really paid off very well.
Yeah, as a fan of the book and of the other movies, I kind of really enjoy the first meeting, and I know they've probably not done it because it's been done to death, it's been done over and over again. They want to surprise an audience, they want to bring an audience in, they want to keep the audience engaged. It's a series. I get that. But at the same time, the new way of doing it was not as impactful as the way the Musketeers meet in the book, where it does have a really good way of kind of introducing all of them as people and as their personalities, and D'Artagnan also as a character. In the book, it really kind of sums him up as a person.
It also, the plot in this first episode sort of gets ahead of itself. This feels like a plot that should happen at least a couple of episodes
It really does.
in.
I would agree completely with that, and I'd like to go back into that more when we're in the spoilery bit, but it does. It really feels like this is a high impact plot point that should be done really late in the piece, like mid to late season, to get enough like emotional
you don't have
investment from the audience.
You haven't built
At
up
this
to
point,
that
it's just
point,
like,
and
I don't
you're
know
kind of
this
like-
character, I don't care.
Essentially. Okay, so what do you think?
I'd say 2.5.
2.5.
You have
okay.
convinced me.
2.5. Okay, 2.5 for writing. Acting.
Acting wasn't bad.
I thought it was
anything
it was
hugely
fairly
jarring
well.
from
Yeah,
acting.
at no point did I go, oh, ouch.
Yeah, I didn't see anything bad. I didn't see anything mind-blowingly good. It was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. There was some nice. There were opportunities for, the actors to try to do something with the character as much as you can do in a pilot.
Yeah, I
'Cause
thought
you
even
have
the
to,
actress who
because
does
it's a
Milady,
pilot.
she did a good job with what she was getting to
Yeah.
do. She really put effort into it and really went for it with the character, which was quite cool.
Yeah, I would give. I'm going to be encouraging here and give 4 for acting. Even though that might seem
I'd
a little
say
bit.
3.5 myself.
Yeah, maybe it might be. 4 does feel high because there are shows where you look at them and you go, "This is brilliantly acted."
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm taking into account what the actors are working with as well.
True.
Because
Okay.
this
Yes.
isn't
no,
a
fair.
high impact sort of script. So I'm
They've
going to
done
give
well
it
to kind of.
sort of A for effort
Yeah.
and bump it up to 4 for that. So acting gets 4. Characters.
It's gonna be hard to do without spoilers. This is basically impossible to do without spoilers.
I think we can go into. Do you feel like anyone? First of all, do you get these people's personalities from what they're doing? Do you get a feel of that?
Porthos, yes.
Yeah.
No one else.
Not
At
very
all.
well. I think Portos.
I
I
think-
think Constance, oddly enough,
Yeah,
seems to have a
Constance is a completely different personality, but you
No,
know
she
who she
has one.
is.
She has one. You know who she is.
Milady, I guess. I kind of get where she's
Yeah.
going. I kind of get her character.
Milady
It's a
did
slightly
get
unusual
a
take on
backstory.
her,
The
but,
Cardinal is quite. I don't think
I
it
like
was
the
as bad
Cardinal.
as that.
I think the Cardinal is good. He's just very
the King
sympathetic
was
right now.
interesting
The King
in
was,
terms of what they're doing with
the
him.
King. I'm on the fence about the King.
Well, it's at least it's something that I personally didn't quite expect them to do. Not hugely surprising in any way, but
Yeah, it's not.
so I don't think it was that bad. I think the issue is that the people who manage to be at least mildly interesting are not the people who should be. So basically, from the
also,
Musketeers,
the people who are being interesting are being. When do we say interesting?
they're different from what you'd expect, and that's
But
why
they're
they're
still a
interesting.
stereotype.
Yeah, they are still a
Literally all of
stereotype.
them.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything particularly interesting as it comes to characters, but this is still the first episode, so there's time.
Yes, and I think the major problem is that out of your main characters, who are the 3 Musketeers and there's Yana, the only person who has a sort of personality is Portos. The other 3 are basically as blunt
They
as
could all be the same character.
they could all be the same character.
They
so
basically.
sort of.
I keep kind of
But-
like forgetting which one's which. In a
I
way, if that makes
don't
sense.
quite. But Aramis is
I
completely
can only tell them
forgettable in
different
this.
because they've got different facial hair. That is the only way I tell them apart.
It's true, actually.
Yeah.
But there are attempts to show who these people are. There are situations put into the episode so that you would get an idea. So that's,
I'm gonna give them
2.5
2.
for the 2.5 for the bits that we get for
Okay.
people's backgrounds that aren't the main characters again. But 2.5 for characters. Bromance.
0.
Well,
1 for the effort to do the spoilery thing, but
I don't know if you can go 0.
why can I not? Actually,
Well,
guys, do you?
okay, we
in
can
the
go 0.
comments,
We can go
could
0.
you say whether or not?
Okay. Alright, I agree with you. You can go 0, but I wouldn't say that this is a 0.
Right. Well, it's close to 1. I guess there's a few scenes that do set up a certain relationship between them, but taking into account this is the 3 Musketeers, which is basically built on the fact that these guys are about a close. They're called the 3 brothers. They are very close friends. You don't get that.
Yeah,
At all.
I think the problem is that it's not so much that it's not in the script, but I think in terms of acting and direction, these people look like they don't give a shit about each
I think
other.
it's because they're trying to go
And-
for that slightly tongue-in-cheek vibe.
Yes,
the very
but at the
witty,
same time,
tongue-in-cheeky, yeah. But the problem is it's such a high consequences plot in this episode that is not time for a tongue-in-cheeky, we knew you'd be fine kind of
Yes.
thing. This is the point where everybody gets really serious because bad things are going to happen. It's very, very, very high impact.
The chemistry is off is where we're going with this.
Yeah.
Chemistry is
And
off.
I don't think it's necessarily the actor's fault. I think the problem is it is a first episode, and so they're trying to do that slightly light-hearted, witty, we've got a friendship where we banter a lot thing.
Yeah, but then why
But it's
change
being
the
merged
plot?
with
It's
a plot
just,
that is really got a lot of consequences for the characters.
Yeah, so we're giving it a 1, I guess.
Yeah, I'm giving it
Yeah,
one.
just for where we're messing up essentially. It would have been higher than 1 if not for the direction or
Yeah,
the
if the plot had
acting.
been different, then this would be fine. Or if the impact of the plot on the characters had been treated differently, this would be fine. But the problem is they missed it.
Yeah.
They're too.
So, what the fuck score? No. There was a what the fuck moment, a couple of them concerning
there
a certain
wasn't?
character.
Which one?
Well, we're gonna spoil it if we say which one.
Okay.
But I would say though there was actually a bit of a what the fuck.
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
there were a couple of places where it was just like,
That doesn't make any sense.
why?
Yeah.
Why does that happen? That makes no sense. Actually, no, there were a couple of characters that happened with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
there was a
there
few.
were. What the fuck
I would
moments in
give the
this.
what the fuck.
I think I just tend to forget because I have seen this episode twice and still don't really know what happened. The what the fuck moments aren't quite as big as if you're say watching Once Upon a Time, where I could go on for
Once upon a time is
literally
one huge
an
what the fuck
hour
moment.
about the
It's
what
like,
the
yeah.
fucks.
That would be
It's
a
more of a
score of
BBC.
55 out of 5.
More like a BBC sort of what the fuck, where it's very like low key and you're just going, I feel like something weird happened.
Yeah, I suppose I would give it at least 2 for what the fuck. I know that it could go a lot higher, but for me it's at least a 2.
I would say 2 is fair. Like,
Okay.
it's not quite higher than that yet, but it's definitely something's happening.
Okay, so that's it for the no
We
spoiler
are now
section.
going to be spoiling the
So
fuck out
spoilers,
of this.
so go away.
spoilers. Those of you who are sensitive to spoilers, leave.
Yes.
Leave. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
We love
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
We've assumed that you've gone.